Every year, it's long. A lot of times it's boring. This time it was long, but it wasn't necessarily boring. Let's get into it.
And I'm like, come on through, Cookie. I want to pull my soapbox. That's basically it. Let's talk about drag and all its forms. What, Cookie?
Thank you guys for clicking on the video. I'm actually talking about the 58th annual Grammy Awards that actually aired this evening. Like I said, always long. It's always long. But this time it really wasn't boring. I enjoyed myself. It started off kind of slow because that first hour I said, well, I'm not going to do a review or anything like that. I was actually getting messages and I said, I ain't doing a review on this because I don't even know where this is going. But by quarter after the first hour, I was like, oh, okay, cool, no problem. So I'm just going to run through things that stuck out. We're not going to do a blow by blow of the show. We're not going to do that. I already lived through it one time. But let's start off with some stuff that I just thought was odd or funny or just really, really stuck out. The first thing, let me say, I'm not even going to go through with fashions because usually I'll do like a whole review of the red carpet. I promise you, I'm gonna go back through the red carpet stuff and I'm gonna give it a look. And if something sticks out, then I'll come back and do another video on the fashion. But at first glance, nobody's fashion stuck out for me. So I don't have any fashion. No, not a great night for fashion. A whole lot of black stuff. Seen a lot of black stuff. But fashion wise, one thing that I did see. Child, what the hell's going on with Pharrell? Pharrell done dyed his hair blonde. And I said, Lord, okay. And you know what? He doesn't look bad, but what he does look like is a little bald headed lesbian. He looked like a little bald headed lesbian. I fell out laughing. I said, Pharrell, he's a mess. And he never ages. He never ages. He looked like he was Amber Rose's kindred spirit. I cracked up. I said, oh my God. So that was the first thing. That kind of stuck out to me. Okay, and then Taylor Swift actually opened the show. And Taylor did have on this really, really sharp black beaded catsuit. And I think the boots were actually made into the catsuit. So that was kind of hot. Then it had like sheer panels on the sleeve and sheer panels down the side. Really youthful, really cute. And she had her hair in a bob. Cute. She looked real cute. But Taylor usually does always look cute. I like that, Taylor. But she opened it up, and then she had this big spray of confetti. So all of this navy blue, and maybe her outfit might have been navy blue, just looking black. But then all this navy blue confetti went everywhere, and I cracked up because I said, well, if you didn't have navy blue sparkles as part of your outfit, now you do. Because everybody in the first couple rows were covered in confetti. So I kind of laughed at that. Then we had a moment where Stevie Wonder came out and he literally was teasing the members of Pentatonics about not being able to read Braille. So that was like hilarious. But you know, Stevie Wonder is just a big old jokester. He's a living legend. And we have so much respect for him, but he is like a real big jokester as well. Something else that was funny, and y'all don't get mad and don't be judging me, but well, go ahead and get mad and judge me. I don't care. But Stevie Wonder, I said, oh, Stevie got his hair cut off. And I was like, I kept looking at it, I said, well, he looks nice. You know, because it's about time, because his hairline was really inching back a mile a year, you know. And I said, okay. And he turned around, I said, Stevie, goddamn it, you done pulled a fast one. He ain't shaved his head. He done got that shit, the shit that moved back so goddamn far. It looked just like mine. But in the back, he got a shag. I said, Stevie, you got to order for that. Just that old little bit of hair hanging on in the back. I said, Lord have mercy. People don't know when to cut it loose. So I laughed about that. But anyway, I love Stevie Wonder. But that hair is ridiculous. Okay, so next thing I seen that I really, really, really liked. And this was like one of my standout moments of the night. Gwen Stefani. I love Gwen Stefani. Gwen Stefani is so damn sharp. And the first thing I noticed, she's out there and, she looking really good. And her hair was beautiful. Beautiful. She platinum. Everybody can't pull off platinum. She platinum. Done to perfection. But she looks so good. And it's a commercial that she actually did for Target. And it's long. It's like video length. And the song was good and cute. And the video was so upbeat and made you want to dance and party and do all the things they were doing in the video. It was everything. It was everything. I loved it. It was like watching a music video. But that's the commercial for her, for Target. I'm sure it'll be shaved down and we'll probably see different versions of it. Okay, now speaking of things, commercials that kind of didn't fit. There was a commercial for a movie that's coming out. It's like one of those cartoon-like movies, kind of like Chicken Little. It's kind of like that PG-13 thing. And it's coming out, and I'm looking at it, I'm laughing. Oh, I'm cracking them. I don't even like them kind of little movies. I don't do cartoons and all that little stuff. Not my thing. I have children for that. Not my thing. But I was laughing so hard at this little cartoon movie that Scott said, I'm going to have to go and see that little movie. Child, then they came up with the date that the movie was coming out. I'm going to need y'all to stop fucking playing. Christmas 2016. Why in the hell are you showing a commercial in February for Christmas of 2016? Quit your fucking playing. Who's even going to remember? Who's going to give a shit by the time it starts snowing all over again? Get on out of here. Anyway, that was just a waste of money. Whoever put that out there is just a waste of damn money. Anyway, let's see. Was it me? Or did it seem like Justin Bieber was singing for 30 minutes? I swear. Justin Bieber, he came on, he started singing. I was like, okay, Justin, I don't care about what that is you're singing. I just don't care. I have to say now, in his defense, I like his song, What Do You Mean? I like that little jam. Soon as I hear that little music and I hear that little clock, the little clock ticking, I'll be like, oh shit, come on, Justin. And it's cute. But I don't know what the fuck that shit is he was singing, but it went on forever and ever. I swear, child, it went on forever. I swear he was singing for 30 minutes. I just couldn't take it. It was really just too much and too long. Rihanna and Lauryn Hill just ain't show up. I said, child, they treated it like it was the BET Awards. Just didn't fucking come. Just ain't got time for it. Just didn't come. And Rihanna was supposed to perform, and I think Lauryn Hill was supposed to give something out or do something. Neither one of them hoes ain't show up. I said, okay, I didn't get that, but all right. Then Gaga. Gaga did a long commercial as well that talked about her collaboration with Intel. And Intel actually had something to do with her performance as well that she did for the night. And I want to talk about that performance later. It was everything. It was everything. Y'all know I like Gaga. Gaga gets down. So, but the commercial with Intel was so pretty, and it was so, there was a lot of computer graphics and all of this kind of stuff going on. It was beautiful. It was just beautiful. But I love that. That commercial was epic. So I'm sure we're probably going to see scaled down versions of that somewhere as well. Okay, so let's go into some more of the stuff that actually went on. Okay, best rap album actually went to Kendrick Lamar. And I know a couple of his little songs. Okay. It's cool. It's cool. And I have to tell you, that happened in the first hour. Like, honest to goodness, the first hour, the stuff that was going on was just giving me very much so what tease. The Weeknd, he won some stuff tonight, and he came on and he sang his stuff, and he sounded good. He didn't sound bad at all, but his performance for me was very much so what. Like, whatever. And then what was this with people performing in cages? Like, it was like everybody had like lit up boards or cages around them, and they perform. Whatever. But it was okay. Ariana Grande came on to actually introduce the Weeknd, and she had this red mermaid gown. Cute. cute gown. You all, for me, I love mermaid cut stuff. I love that tight with the flute at the bottom. I love it. I love a mermaid tail on a gown. It was cute. It was really risky for her because she is so short and so little, but the gown didn't swallow her up. And then it was red. So when she was on the red carpet, I was like, oh, Ariana, girl, you pushing it. But it looked good. It really did. She looked good. But I'm going to need her to retire that motherfucking hairstyle. Now I'm sick of that. The little part here and the swooped up ponytail and the little shag in the back. Girl, let that go. Let that go. I done seen that for the 15th, 100th time and it's tired. Now I done had enough of that. I'm over that. And that hair, that hair, you trying to be all grown, you got on these grown up shoes. Because usually she got on big shoes. Her shoes always look big. She would look like Minnie Mouse about the foot. And then you got this little girl's hairstyle. Girl, either you're going to put on flats and tennis shoes or you're going to get rid of that little dumb hairstyle. Because that's enough of that. Quite enough. Grow up. Leave that alone. Okay. So, Andra Day, I think that's how you say her name, sang her ass off. Sang her ass off. And then they had her in the little circular little thing with the lights as well. But she sang with Ellie Goulding. Or Goulding. I think it's Goulding is how you say her name. But she wasn't bad. But Andra was singing circles around her ass. And all I could pay attention to, was it me? Or did it look like she got some work done on her lips and the shit was still real swole up? That top lip was just as swole. I said somebody done been up in that lip with a needle, honey. I don't know. It was very distracting to me. That's all I kept looking at with her. Because as far as the singing, it didn't matter what she did. Because the girl next to her was singing her face off. So that was, I started paying attention around that time. And, okay, just in the audience. What's going on in the audience? And this, again, might just be me. Why do I always want to take Bruno Mars and give him a hug and wash his face? All right, I'm just going to leave that alone. But I do always want to give that baby a hug and wash his face. Anyway, moving on. We did a tribute to Lionel Richie. At first, I kept saying, why don't they have his peers, his actual peers, people who are older and been in the business to actually do this? And then I looked at it and I said, well, no, because there is time to pass the baton. There comes a time when the baton has to be passed. His whole tribute was done by younger artists. It was Tyrese, Meghan Trainor, The Fray, John Legend, and Demi Lovato. John Legend sang the shit out of Easy. Easy ain't never been one of my favorite songs. I always thought it was dry. And John can be dry, but John Legend sang the hell out of Easy. And then Demi Lovato came out there. First of all, she was giving me Demi Moore tease. She looked just like a young Demi Moore. I was like, oh my God. Because her hair is all long and dark. And then she had this badass woman's tuxedo, basically with the black bottoms and the white jacket. And no, it was real low cut, sharp with a bad neck piece on, and she sang her ass off. She really did. She sang Hello, and it was really, really good. Really good. And then we had The Fray came out. He did the lead singer did Petty Lover. It was getting back to the So What tease. Meghan Trainor did You Are. Cool. It was cool. Meghan got that little thing, like she's from a different time. Meghan Trainor reminds me of like she came from the 70s. She's very much. I'm gonna tell you, she reminds me. Every time I see Meghan Trainor, I always think of Goldmember. I think of Austin Powers, but in a good way. In a good way, she's really good, really talented. Tyrese did Brick House. It was a mess. The mic was too low and the music was too high. And you could hardly hear him. And he has a real booming voice. So it was really irritating to not really be able to hear him. And plus he's a balladeer. So him singing a fast song was kind of like, Anyway, so and then I noticed a pattern after that because there was mic problems. Now I have to say, later on in the show, I might as well just skip around a little bit here. Adele. Adele came on and Adele sang. We all know what Adele do, and we know what Adele can do. Um, there was some problems with music versus mic with Adele's performance, but I'm not giving all of that to the Grammy folk. Adele was a little off tonight. There was some notes that she kind of reached for that she didn't kind of get, and I don't know if it was because she couldn't hear herself or what was actually going on. But in her defense, she was very professional and she worked her way through the song because the types of songs that she sings, I can imagine, are very, very hard to sing if you can't hear yourself. Because everything she does is all really a lot of time and breathing. So if you can't hear yourself or something's distorted, I can imagine that that would really give you a problem. But she made it through it and she looked great. She really did. She looked great. And I'm just going to say this about Adele. We all know she's very talented. So to hell with this. This is the first time I've ever seen her in a performance where it didn't go perfect. Okay, so we just gonna chalk that one up as a whatever. But does Adele remind you all of like a modern day Barbara Streisand? Because that's what I get from Adele. I see big things for her in the future. She just reminds me of Barbara Streisand. She has such a presence on stage. She has such stage presence, and she just captures your attention. It just screams Barbara Streisand to me. But okay, that's my thing. Leave it in the comments. Tell me what you guys think about Adele and her whole persona and her talent. Put it in the comments. I'm interested to see if I'm the only one that thinks that. Okay, so let's see. Stevie Wonder and Pentatonix did a acapella tribute to Maurice White, and it was pure damn genius. It really was. It was, you know what? The thing is, Stevie Wonder is timeless. Stevie Wonder is amazing. Stevie Wonder is a genius. Stevie Wonder, every good thing that you could think of is Stevie Wonder other than that fucking hairstyle. Stevie Wonder is that dude. And his voice, I swear, is just as strong as it was when he was 15 years old. He is awesome. He was belting it out like it was just nothing. It was just rolling off his tongue. I was like, oh my God, this man just gets better. The older he gets, the better he gets. I just love Stevie Wonder. Okay, anyway. So, all right. So let's talk about Lady Gaga. Gaga shit on the red carpet, okay? Gaga's look coming in was an ode to David Bowie, and it was dead on. And I said, what is she doing? What is Gaga doing with this? So I need to see what's going on. Because I know Gaga. This ain't just the end of it. This is leading up to something else. So hold on to that. But her whole, when she came in, baby, she was giving you the 70s David Bowie back. I said, you better goddamn do it, Gaga. It was all on point. The big shoes and the cover up, and it was awesome. It was so disco. I just loved it. I loved everything about it. All the colors were so vibrant, and her hair was red. I said, girl, do it. Anyway, so that was that. And I have to say, she was actually my favorite person on the red carpet that I saw. But again, like I said, I'm going to revisit all that. And you guys, if I feel it necessary, I'll come back and I'll do an actual whole fashion review on this for you guys. But right now, I wouldn't be looking for it. But I'm going to revisit it because I said I would. I always keep my word. Okay, so Song of the Year actually went to Ed Sheeran for Thinking Out Loud. And it was so funny because Taylor Swift was actually in the category with him. And that's just why I love Taylor. She jumped up. I swear Taylor was more excited for him than he was. She ran over, hugged him. I'm like, she is such a good sport. She really is. And I don't believe, I was on Twitter and I was seeing people saying, oh, she's so fake. And I'm like, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I don't believe she's that good of an actress. I don't think anybody can fake that personality constantly the way that her personality is. I just like Taylor Swift. I just kind of like who she is and what she represents. I like that little girl. And I was like, I think she's pretty genuine. I could be wrong, but I don't think so. So that stood out. I was like, good for you, Taylor. Because you can't win all the time, and she do win all the goddamn time. Anyway, next, I had seen this child, Tori Kelly. I had seen Tori Kelly before. I've seen her do a little something here and there. Tori Kelly has a fucking beautiful voice. When I say she sang the Grammy stage to the floor, she sang her ass off. She was up there with James Bay. Sang her little ass off. That girl is something to watch. She really is. She is just as talented as she could be. I really enjoyed her performance. And she got such a range on her. I said, girl, you better go on and sing, honey. That goddamn golden harp in your throat. I was like really impressed with her today. She did a really, really good job. Okay, so then we did, for the first time ever, they actually did a performance via satellite right on Broadway from the play Hamilton. And it was awesome. It was awesome. It really, really was. It was done. It was filmed perfectly. We got to see everything. Nothing was distorted or anything like that. Everything went off without a hitch. The sets were beautiful. The costuming was amazing. And the singers and the dancers, absolutely flawless. I definitely need to try to figure out how to get myself over there onto Broadway and see this production. I was really sitting there with my mouth dropped open, so I'm gonna have to look into that. I'll keep you guys up on top of that, but I definitely want to take a trip and see that live and in person. I was really impressed. And then they turned around and they won a Grammy for the play, and then they actually did their speech via satellite, and the speech was stellar. The speech was they basically rapped the speech. It was their speech was something that we're going to remember for a really, really long time. Miguel had his little self on there, his little tiny self. Little Miguel, he was on there and he did a tribute to Michael Jackson. He sang "She's Out of My Life," and he was really good. He was good. Yeah, it was good. That was good. You always go running after Michael Jackson and thinking you can do Michael Jackson stuff. He did a good job with his little self. Let's see. Meghan Trainor won Best New Artist, and she was cute. It was so funny. She was so appreciative. She just cried and cried and cried, and then she said, "I gotta go backstage and cry." I got a tickle with that, but she was really, really honest about it. And that was cute. I was glad for her. Then we had the performance that I had been waiting. I was waiting to see Gaga, and Gaga burned the stage up. When I tell you that I knew that her red carpet look was going to turn into something else, Gaga, she fucked y'all. She fucked y'all up. Gaga came out there and broke it down. When I say drag, she did drag. Total drag. She came out there as David Bowie and did that whole androgynous thing. And I'm telling you, you got to keep reminding yourself that it was Gaga you were watching. You swore you were watching David Bowie. She killed it. She killed it. And the stage performance, and it was everything. It was everything. It was absolutely the best. That made my whole night. That made it worth the whole 3.5 hours that we had been watching. It was wonderful. Wonderful. And then now let's do the flip side. Flip side of it, child. There was a flip side to it. There was another performance that was absolutely awesome. It was very pleasing to the eye, to my eye. Probably not everybody else's eye, but Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar politely ushered us right on into part 2 of Super Bowl. The Super Bowl. Okay, so there's going to be some folks that are going to be very, very pissed off. It was a very racially driven situation. It was very Black Pride, and yeah, that whole thing. Um, I watched the performance. I looked at everything that was going on. It was done, uh, I thought, tastefully, um, and loud. It said everything that he wanted to say socially. Um, it didn't mince words at all. Uh, I was pretty tickled with it. Um, he said what he wanted to say, but I knew the whole time. I said, "This is going to be controversy. This is going to be controversy," and this is definitely going to take away from where Adele had a couple of little issues. Anybody ain't going to remember that because they'll be talking about this whole Kendrick Lamar thing. Um, I don't know. All I could think of when it was going, when it was finishing up, was "I slay, I slay." Okay. Okay. I was like, child, y'all ain't got done fussing about Beyonce yet. So now you just add right the hell on to it, honey. I said, child, just the best. But whatever. Was what it was. Can't take it back. It is what it is. He said what he had to say. And that is the whole beauty of artistic expression. You can say whatever the hell you want, however the hell you want. So that was interesting. But what's going to be more interesting is to see what's going to happen in the next few days. And I'm just leaving that alone. I slay. I slay. Anyway, moving on. Okay, so they gave an honorary Lifetime Achievement Award to Ruth Brown. That was interesting. Um, and of course, they did the all of the people who have passed and all of that, throughout the year, and they paid homage to everybody. And Renee was in there. Celine Dion's husband Renee was in there, and they ended the whole tribute with Natalie Cole, and we got to see Natalie and her dad doing Unforgettable. That was moving on. I'm not even gonna get stuck in that. It was beautiful. But yeah, it was beautiful and it was really moving. It was. Okay, so I almost got caught up in that just then. Anyway, moving on. Okay, record of the year went to Bruno Mars and Uptown Funk. And I kind of knew he was going to win because Beyonce actually came out in this beautiful white gown and she gave the award. Something told me that it was going to be Bruno. So he was really happy. And then album of the year went to Taylor Swift for 1989. And then closing the show, I was just happy because I just love him. Mr. Worldwide, Pitbull closed the show. And Pitbull can pull anybody he wants to be on stage with him. And he actually has Sofia Vergara with her most beautiful ass up there on stage with him in a very Tina Turner-esque dance costume. And he had Robin Thicke, and he was also accompanied by Travis Barker, and he just partied and partied and partied, and we just partied the whole way out. It was good. It was good. It really was good this time. Like I said, it was long, but it started off a little slow, but it was not boring. And of course, we had LL Cool J was the MC, and he's always good to look at. So that is it. That was what we had for the 2016 Grammy Awards. I enjoyed it. I hope you guys did too. Leave me your comments, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye, guys.